Welcome back, folks. It's your happy healer lover. We got everything up here. Take a look at this.
That the European countries who are participating in the conflict
Poor
in
folks.
Afghanistan, and they anteed up about 7,000 or 8,000. We were going to keep about 2,500 there.
These folks are trying to actually get out of Afghanistan, and there's so many desperate people. Take a look at this.
Why? Because of their own national security interest. They did not want to see.
This is when it was taking off from the runway.
And the suffering that people.
And I'll shut him up, but take a look at all that human mass. And this isn't the first time we've seen this kind of thing with all this human mass trying to climb on the planes. They're so desperate. This is the world that we have out there, and it is a desperate world. That's why it's up to America, and I talk about it all the time. And by the way, welcome to MoneyMantics. I am your happy healer lover, Keith Landy. We are completely, we are open on all the brand of Mantics passion channels. So again, we are coming at you live, just talking about, first off, offering you help on the day's stocks, winning and taking some money home so we can help our families and meet our goals, our immediate ones right now. But of course, there's no guarantee about that. The best thing is to change the world to be a better world. But of course, that's what we're working on as well as MoneyMantics. So we're giving you everything that your happy healer has to offer in terms of his lessons in this lifetime to make you better and to make us all better. That's what American Mantics is about. And as you can see here, we are actually at 376.16, which I believe is getting ready to reach up here. It might be coming down the other side. But what we know too is, and I'll go back, is basically it's a little bit sad for AMC. And they're getting beat up a little bit. Well, they're coming back now, but they were up by, almost 36. So I ended up letting them go. I could pick that position back up tomorrow. I let it go around 35.80, something like that. And then I went ahead and started putting my focus on our remaining stocks here. And so, of course, what we have is Moderna, which we're still waiting to see what kind of breakthrough it's going to do, or whether I should get out of this position before it drops. Let's go ahead and, well, we are on all accounts. Where's the other one here? We're going to have to open it up. There we go. Okay, so we want to see Regeneron, which went up to $6.28, but now it's at $6.27, so it's up $15 as a stake. And to be honest with you, I want to see what this thing could do today. I don't think I'm going to hold this overnight. Maybe that'll turn out to be a bad idea, but typically speaking, getting out of these positions have served me well over time and given me more options for the next day. Yeah, you're looking at, let's go ahead and put the, I'm going to go ahead and put over the information that we're talking about here so you can see it. There you go. That's sad what's going on with those folks, and that's why I was showing that. But here you are. This is the information that we're talking about. We're going to be closing out the stock market today at 4:30. Yeah, I'm sorry, 4 o'clock. So I'll be here with you to experience that. But remember, we're going to have so many opportunities to look at different ways to actually invest. That gives us the advantage, because there's a lot at stake, and people aren't always prepared to put it all up and then it goes away. We're trying to win and keep people winners, and that's so important. I want you to be a winner when you leave this operation with me. I want you to be happy. I want you to be stronger. And because we have over 30 different brands of passion, meaning I have so many passions we're sharing with you and the lessons that come out of those, that it's going to be exciting to see what exactly kinds of things we can get together on. Right now the price on Moderna is $375.92, which puts our overall stake here is about $1,115 up for the day on Moderna. Excuse me. And for the day in general, we are up $2,120. And just like I told you on Friday, we are down $5,000 or so. It could have been more, but we had taken some measures to keep that within reason. Also, the other thing that we did last Friday is we really put our neck out there in a couple of ways, hoping that we could make fast forward progress. And later on I felt a little bad about that, because these shows, they really serve for me and for you to go back and watch them at different points and to see where the pivotal moments were and how we could, if it happens again, recognize what's happening and capitalize on the moment. So there's so much there going on. We're at 376 even at the moment. Let's see what the chart looks like. And not bad. We took all this extra gain right here, and we started pretty much at the bottom, well, almost at the bottom, and we rode it up to around here because your happy healer lover sensed that we had hit a bottom right there. Oh, actually, we had hit that bottom today right here. Let's be real about that. And we went all the way down to almost basically 348. That was pretty intense. That was when it was moving really fast this morning, just after 10 a.m. And we had already were working in some different positions. It got a little crazy this morning. It always gets a tad bit like that. Time now is 3:25, and I have half a mind to close my positions now on Moderna because, the last half an hour might bring some goodness. It might bring some badness, but you really don't know, and I'm actually happy with the outcome now. And we have too much experience on knowing what a happy outcome can turn into a very bad one so quick by waiting for something that you shouldn't wait for. But we're still going to look. I mean, what I expect is going to happen is this is going to break out more. One of these lines just very shortly here are just going to shoot up, and I suspect that it's quite possible we can move up another 5 to 10 points before market close. But then there is a possibility that we can crash all of a suddenly and all at once, and without warning, this can drop by 10 points also. So both are technically a possibility. What I will say is today we looked at and studied some of the different things, like I took you on. I showed you, well, we're going up now, 176.32. We'll see where it goes. Let's see how high this one goes. We're paying attention. But in any event, so there it goes. Let's see. It's going 176.50, 176.23. And this is that line right here that we're waiting to see if it's going to go ahead and break out. It's already moved above 2 peaks. Each time it rises above a peak, it takes on a little bit more momentum and a little bit more push. And so it's getting more powerful as it goes, let's say. This is the way it moves at this range. So, and if it runs out of energy, then it falls over itself and comes back down on the other side. And because it has, the bulls have been in charge lately, that they catch it pretty shortly. I suspect it should be caught right around here, and then it'll pick up again. And so because it's kind of skimming right at that top level, I suspect that any moment it could break through that top level to new highs. Now let's say if, we also have, and I showed you guys, we have some short interest information that we had brought up, and I'll go ahead and what I'll do is I'll just move you back over here again as you could just see what's going on. Let me come over here and I can give you this too. Whoopsie daisies. Let's see, make sure it's there. There we go. Yes. So I can give you this too. And we'll put it above my head here, and so we'll move that on over, and we're not actually here to see what we're looking at. We're going to move on over to a Google window. Let's see how well this is seen on this side. I'm going to have to keep a good eye on this. Okay, and so what we want to search is short interest in Moderna. And now we're searching short interest in Moderna. And what we're... Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to throw you all over. Time now is 3:30. Let's put this back up here. I'm sitting on the cord for this microphone, so I can't really move it over there. But I do want to make sure. There we go. We're okay. Everything's good. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at market beats. Well, we got Fintel here too. So let's take a look at Fintel, and then we'll come back on market beat. Fintel has us, and can you see that? Let me see. Let me make sure I got this where you can see it. It's very important. There we go. I think that'll work. Alright, so now you can see right along with me. And in the background of this page is showing broken airplane parts from crash investigations that told us the reasons why, which always lead back to greed and profit. The airplane actually had those broken parts. So we have a couple of those on behind the screen. Little tidbit fact for you. Okay, so where we're at right now, and I think it's quite easy to kind of see that a lot of this stuff is locked up. The other one might be a little bit better. Let's go ahead and I don't think this one is the best one for us to use. So we'll go ahead and go back one, and we'll go down to the market beat. How's that? And here we see, man, I really want this to be right, and so you can hear me. Here we see that there we go. Here's today's range so far. This is where we're at now. We're doing good. And look at this. Change versus prior month. We're up 37.8% versus prior month. Current short volume, which is 18.8 million. Now, we showed some of this earlier, and I just wanted to show it again because of how powerful it is that you see what's going on here. Now, here's the report date. This is the percentage of float shorted, days to cover, price on report date, and a lot of this stuff, if you look at it here, this is from July 30th. Well, we're in August 16th, and let's see here. Yeah, so I think they go up to so much, but not. Let's see what other information we can pull up on this, because I know, let's see this one. This usually has some pretty good information. Yeah, so we're 13.65, so that's 13 million, just 13.5 million, a little bit over that. Previous short volume was 12.5 million, so it's going up, and this has been consistently going up, so it's 9.55% change versus last month. And the dollar volume sold short is 3.54 billion. And there's 7 more rows here. Oh, this is market beat. Okay, let's pull back again. So we're getting the idea of what market beat says for sure. This is, let's see, where else can we go for? It's Finbox. I don't want to do that one. Anyways, I think we're getting a lot of the information on that. Let's see where we are now. We got the 3 threes going on. That means it's 333. And our stock right now is at 374.50, which I do not like. It came down some. It wasn't supposed to do that. Now, it might have done that so that I could reach up higher. Remember, we still have 27 minutes left to this market. Really, anything can happen. It's really anything can happen. So we've got a lot that really... I'll tell you what, if it were to drop from here, that would be a tragedy for what, I'm trying to accomplish. I'm expecting it to go up, but it also has that fear, because if you pull back a bit, that's typically how it drops. It gets to that bottom, it thinks about coming up, and then shebang, goes down. So we don't want to see that. I'll be a lot more settled when I see it curve and make this drive up a bit. And I think I'm also getting closer to selling. I'm about reaching my point as to how far I expect to push this thing. One of the things that are getting involved in the way of my having already sold this is that the pattern day trade rule would leave it out so that I couldn't buy back in. So if I felt it was going to move further, I couldn't bring my profit ups or get into a slightly different position that made better sense for that moment and brought my profits in. This is the kind of thing that's very smart. And oh, look at it, it's looking to double down. I do not like that. Let's see what it's going to do. It started looking up and now it's looking down again. Like, down is a better way to go. I think looking like that is all the hint I need to take what I got. I'm a happy man with where I am, but to go down further would be a tragedy. That's the truth. And we'll be very happy and proud. If it ends up going through the roof, that's fine. But unfortunately, we won't be there to experience it. And so we're just going to go ahead and bow out of this position. Just because, you know what, we did very good for the day. We're up on all of our positions. Look at this, we're even up on Regeneron. We made up for last week by being up today, 1,790. Part of that is because we started to see Moderna turn around. Look, it's dropping more now. Let's get out of these other positions we're in. We are in other positions, right? Or was that it? No, we're in other positions. Here they are. And yeah, we're going to start giving up money on all these positions. Get the hell out of this one. The one that matters most is this. And get out of it before there's nothing left. And it might jump up now, too. So I happen to catch up on these things. I mean, I take little hints and I roll. And that's about as all I need is a hint. When I see that thing starting to go sideways, I'm like, okay, you know what? We had a good day. We really did. We had a great day. And, if every day was like today, it would be fantabulous. We went ahead and got out of AMC before it did any dropping. And we got out of everything. We're out of everything now before anything dropped. So we've got a clean slate for tomorrow. We are up on the day, $1,727. So we did good today. I'm very happy with that performance. At one point, it was up even $2,500, or excuse me, the total amount was up $12,500. So that's not $2,500. That's about $200 or $300 more than what we ended up with, I want to say. So we ended up with $12,167 total net liquidation, but that is approximately $333. $32.21 to be exact, from what we were up earlier in the day. And so we didn't do bad. If every day was like this, definitely we would consider that an outstanding performance for our portfolio. The goal is to get this portfolio over 20,000 if we can, but be careful about how we do it. And then once we get there, we'll kind of revamp and look at things and see where we're at. There's no time limit. It's just to be as careful and studious as possible and to forge forward with courage and make the right calls. So that's what we're teaching on this, not to be emotional, to make the right calls. That's why we've made any kind of progress, because we've made the right calls. And that's how we've brought it from a $1,500 account to where it is now, because we've made the right calls. And that's what we teach on MoneyMantics, how to make the right calls. And so let's get back in here and take a look and see what this stock's going to start doing now that we are out of it. Oh, look at that. It's dropping. Who would know? And the only one that we're still in right now is Regeneron, actually. And we didn't get out of it because, well, it's still running for one thing. Let's see if it's up a bit, I think it can go further than that, but I think this is a company it's a secret company. There's not a lot of people know about it. And it has very small volume. Let's go take a look at it. Regeneron. Not many people talk about it. It's funny enough. But your happy healer does. I bet you Meaty McCready doesn't talk about it. He doesn't know about it. So this was today. You could have gotten it earlier right here. 620. It ran up. Now it's at 628. 62, but this thing could do anything. Just 5 days ago, not anything, it's going up ultimately. Let's go back for the last month, for example. Straight up. The last 3 months, straight up. I mean, that's basically what this thing's been doing the last year. Now it shows you that it's already been at those high levels, thus it can go back to those high levels. And given that it's actually going back to the high levels it's already been at, it's more ample it can pass and surpass those levels, especially considering that it's the answer to COVID treatment that actually works at saving lives. So this is really paramount. It's moving as it is now. And right now we are up in it, and it right now is up on the day to its highest point. Now I think this would make a great stock to own, actually, just like I like Moderna. Right now I will be getting more into the ownership of stocks, which is kind of like how we consider crypto, which we'll get into crypto, which crypto has been kind of flat for today, really. A little bit up, I would say, on the day, maybe. It's hard to really, the profit and loss on this thing is nuts. So let's say I ended up putting a little money into this, so I would say that we're actually not really that up too much. When you consider these lines right here is money I put in there, so that lifts it up already. Good gosh, half the way. So I guess so let's see the percentage points. See, they need to stop doing that. They need to be more clear on this. I would say it's probably up a few percent. But look at crypto for the last, let me go in the last week or even this. Look at all this progress right here. I mean, that's all natural progress. From 1600 right on to 2000. And then, there's several points that are like that. So it has been very lucrative. I like crypto. I think that a lot of money can be made with crypto. Specifically, I like Cardano. I think that this is a good coin. I think that this coin could end up turning up to be, one of these $50 or $100 or $200 coins, because we've seen that happen a lot. And let's face it, this particular coin has been growing, and growing well. Look at over the last week. This has already gone up 42% in a week. I mean, in 1 week. That's insane. Look at the month. 74% in 1 month. Look at the year. 1,400% up in the year. It's at $2.13 now. Imagine if you bought however much you can afford of this, say $1,000 worth, right? And then this thing goes up to $100. Do you want to know what your $1,000 would be worth if this went up to $100? That $1,000 would be worth around $47,000. That's insane if you think about it. But that would be a 50 times increase on a 50 times increase. Insane, but true. And so this can go up to $100. Could it do it in a year? Well, sure. Look at some of these other coins that have gone up in that time. I mean, look at Litecoin here. I don't know how long this one has been, but started at a year. Let's go back here. It was only at $48 here. Now it's up here, so can easily go up $100. Let's look at another one here. Let's look at Solana. Go back to Solana for a year. If you go back on a year for Solana, the same price. Look at that, $2, right? For just 1 year. Look, get this. And now they're at $68. Unbelievable. If you had put, let's see, when this thing was trading, look at this, at a dollar. Look at $1.09. When this thing was trading at $1.09, had you bought $1,000 of this at the price it is now, you would have $50,000. That is what crypto is right now. And so I wouldn't say that Bitcoin is that. Bitcoin also has a goal of having us depart away from the dollar. I don't like that plan. Have us depart away from the Federal Reserve. We need that for investment in America and in people. So I'm against that. Time now is 3:43. But I am for people taking advantage and winning. I'm going to give you a better window to see this on, because this window is a little bit weak. I mean, you could see what's going on, but we're going to move over to our typical window, and you could see that this Cardano is set up to do exactly with what these other ones did already, and it's already been so good. I mean, these things start so low and they just go up, right? Now, why would you go with Bitcoin that's already been up for Bitcoin to deliver 50 times to you? And I have a little bit of Ethereum as well. It's not my favorite. I like Cardano the best right now, but I do have Ethereum. For Bitcoin, and I do have Bitcoin too, actually. For Bitcoin to go through the roof and actually make a difference, Bitcoin is going to have to become, good golly, if you bought $1,000 of Bitcoin when it's at $46,000, for you to turn $1,000 into $50,000, you would have to have Bitcoin. Oh my God, let me think about this. That's going to be a lot of money. Let me see. 50,000. So it's already at 46,000 now, and you want to times that by 50? Okay, so you're talking $2.3 million. That's what Bitcoin would have to be for year 1,000 to become 50,000. So that seems like it could take years for that to happen. Years and years and years. But for Cardano to become worth $200, that would be 100 times what it is now. That can literally happen in a year. We've seen it been happening in all these coins. So that can happen within a year. Think about it. And it's cheap enough now that I think it's getting more popular by the day. It's rapidly been going up lately. I think, now look, I've given you guys great advice. You've made money off of my advice. You've watched me make money off of the things that I know. I don't normally tap into these talents because I'm so busy working for people who matter. And guess what? Working the MoneyMantics program, it's more complicated than finances and markets and how we do things, because it actually gets things right. But I understand how to do it. It's essentially a gift. And so that by making money with these cryptos is seizing the opportunity in the same way. It's not letting that opportunity get away from you. I so want to see you guys win. That's what this is all about. This is part 2 on our show for MoneyMantics today. Let's go back and take a look at the market real quick. See if we're going to get out of our other call here. We probably will, which is, let's hope it's gone up more. Oh, it's, let's see, where'd it go? Regeneron. Yes, it did. There it is. So it's up $85 right now. I consider Regeneron to be one of these companies that'll likely continue to go up. Then people will start to notice it. It'll go up more. Right now, let's go into Regeneron real quick. It's a largely unknown company. See, I don't go where everybody else is. I go where I think the good ideas are that are not picked at yet. So let's go into Regeneron and see what the ands, ifs, or buts about it. Excuse me. All right, Regeneron. Here it is. And so we want to look at the volume now, the daily volume. We're getting volume of 715,000 today. That is it. For something that's moving like this, that has such great promise, that is for the last month, and for the last 3 months has had an arch just going straight up from like $520 to $629, and Regeneron is like now starting to get respected. This is all within the last few months now, remember that. And it's the solution for COVID in many situations, and I do mean many. It's actually it's not like, you know, some fickle thing. It works. You have the vaccine, and if you know you've got COVID in time, this is an antibody treatment that allows you to have a lower time in the hospital, have a better time, survive COVID, not even need to go to the hospital, this kind of thing. And they're actually using this to keep people that are in high risk situations, even ones who have had the vaccine, that are among the high risk candidates who can actually, they'll need a booster shot eventually too. But this Regeneron is there for those folks. It's another life-saving measure. So I got into it, I looked at it, I did my homework on it. I included it, as you remember, the other day in the morning opener for the market day, coming day, before we do our live action. And I show you all the live action. I don't leave anything out. And we have a lot to go over, and I think that this is looking good. 629.40 I really do believe is I think you can go so much further, actually. When you look at this company, it's just really got some good things going for it. Right now it's rated as a buy. The price target is anywhere between $906 to $674. Most of that is above its current price. I think, it's possible it can even go beyond that because of its market share. It's not overdone. Everything here is looking good. It's looking within its parameters it belongs to look at. It's not overly anything in a bad way. It looks cooking good for making progress. Now, when what's going to happen on this thing is people are going to start and look at this, 100% bullish. And look at the comments here, separated by days, because not a lot of people are on here 3 days ago, and then this one goes 4 days ago. By the time this one starts connecting with people that, oh my goodness, this is something special, it's really going to be taking off. And so we're sitting on an option that this one I might actually hold overnight. We're up $85 on it already. And this thing is going to catapult. I really do believe it. The only thing that right now is the disadvantage is that this is actually expiring this Friday. And I don't like keeping anything in my account that expires the same week because it drops so much overnight, so I got to let it go. That's the reason. But I might tomorrow pick up a longer call on this exact move. So watch out for that. Make sure you join me in the morning. And also come back tonight, 7 p.m. We have a great show this evening. Trust me on that. We have a great show. 629.65, we're going to be covering Unhinged, a movie that's out on Amazon. Talks about a guy who's just pissed off and he's been through enough. He is, quite frankly, unhinged. And he follows a woman who was doing some road rage and just made her life living hell. It's a good representation of art imitating life and the way things are going on now. So do not miss that, 7 p.m. this evening. Be there or be square. Your happy healer will be there, and we're going to make a great showing out of it. All right, so let's get rid of this, what turned out to be pretty good situation here. We're going to try and move it, and it might not sell right away. There's maybe not as much liquidity here, so we'll try to bring it as a generous price. Let's see if that works, and I think that should work. Maybe we'll even go to 95. What do you think about that? I think that's better than 60, so we'll do that. Let's see what we can do here, and we'll be back in it tomorrow. I think it came right in and right out or canceled on me. Did I get it right? Did I do it right? Is it gone? It's gone. What did I make? We made 60 bucks on it. Not bad. Hey, I'm not complaining. We are up for the day. We are out of our positions. We are ready for another clean market day tomorrow. Time now is 3:52. Let's see how the market's going to close. And so we're out of this, but we do like this. Put Regeneron on our stocks we like for MoneyMantics. MoneyMantics is the brand name we'll be speaking about. However, ModernaExcels will continue to be a channel. We'll have probably another MoneyMantics channel coming up soon. We already host a bunch, so that's just the way we do things. That's our marketing. We don't pay to have it. We do things totally different than how Greed Hell does things. We learn and figure out new ways to do things. We teach those ways to other people. We break their metrics, and so it works. It really works. I have to tell you folks, happy healing works. And happy healing is what built MoneyMantics. MoneyMantics works. Folks, we're going to be back here at 7 p.m. It's going to be amazing and fun, so don't miss that part. And we'll stick around here for the close. So we got about 7 minutes left till the close. I'm just so excited to have you guys part of this. Maybe by the time 7 p.m. comes this evening, it'll cool down in a car. We'll be eating up, ready to go, and things will be nice. And we're going to have a wonderful time. I hope you feel the same way. Make sure you like and share this video, please. So many wonderful, awesome things coming your way. So make sure you're part of the process. Like and share the video. I'm going to come and check on you guys when I say you guys, I mean at ModernaExcels, the channel. And I check on all the comments typically.
Airplanes, we don't get any do-overs.
All right, we haven't put up that that actual 7 p.m. Listing yet, but you'll see it come up when it does. And when it does, make sure you get on that. I want you guys to be there, because that's going to be important. That's right. And why is this on twice? I don't understand. I have to figure that part out. But I think we got it going good. Well, folks, right now it's 3:54. We are up on this day, just shy of 2,000, and feeling good about that, honestly, considering it could always be worse. It was worse at different points. Let's get back in here where it matters. Yep, and right now we are at 374.60 for Moderna. Definitely don't mind getting out of these positions as of right now, because come tomorrow they're only going to get hurt more on the Greeks, and that's your volatility, your time, your many things worked into that for your cost of options. It's how your options cost are actually, those derivatives are calculated. So AMC is at 35.74, which isn't bad. But again, I have no regrets getting rid of that 35.80 at this point. So we'll see where it ends up at. And then Moderna, we got out around right around 375, just under perhaps, but in that vicinity. We could have gotten out higher at different points, but that's when we were still pushing for breaking above 380. That never happened. So we definitely had to settle down our expectations, and that was a good and healthy thing to do fast. And that's another lesson in the market, especially in the psychology of the market, is responding quickly to when you had a previous plan and it did not work out and you have to adjust to a new plan that requires additional loss when you're already a winner. Make sure you respond quickly in those situations, because what you'll do is jeopardize all of your winnings. So instead of being up when you should be up, let's say 2,500, instead of like in the situation we are here, still being up at least 1,750, it could very quickly go sideways, and then before you know it, you're down 1,000. So that's how you end up losing all your money in options. Trust me, I've seen it. It's horrible. It's painful. Learning to do options costs a lot of money in terms of mistakes. Or there's this new way, me here now helping, showing, teaching, and I do it through live action, so you get the actual consideration of what's happening. Folks, it is 3 minutes to market close, and we'll be settling on out for you, and we'll see you at 7 p.m. once we do get out. So realize that moment's going to happen very soon here. Florida is hot as heck. My goodness. Wonderful place. Love Florida. It's just hot here. Whoopsie daisies. Let's see what we got here. So we have AMC. Let's see some of the other stocks we like. We're just going to go ahead and get on the one that I like watching the stuff better on. So Regeneron, it came down a little. Good thing we got out when we did. We'll just go ahead and watch all this stuff tomorrow too. AMC, it's at, well, you see what happened here. Whoops, sorry. Did that twice now. What happened here is AMC was running for the day, and then it came down a little bit, and then now it's coming back a little bit. I sold before it went down, but now it's a little bit back. mRNA has gone down. It was running high. I sold actually right around here before it went too crazy. And then, you know, where it's at now, it just started dropping off from there. So that was a good sell. Great timing. And then you already know Regeneron, that was a great sell. So all three were great timings. And let's see where Robinhood is. That one I expect is still dropping. It is. And if you just see this for the full day here, it's been nothing but a fake breakout followed by a real drop. And that's kind of how these have been for a lot of these companies that people, you know, you're either for people or you're not. If you're not for people, they're going to destroy your company. If you want to destroy their world, if you want to destroy America with short sales, the people aren't going to let you come in and do that, and there's no consequence for it. What do you know? It's a beautiful thing. It shouldn't be like that they can come in and just do that. So people are making them pay, but ultimately there's a chance they'll just pounce back, you know, past all that. The SPY today, record high. And by the way, we're going to talk a little bit about that. Like, say you can get on the SPY at 443 and just ride this baby up on some options, and it'll go straight to the roof, man. Those are some really good option opportunities. And we'll talk about that and show that a little bit more on the show, because I think all of us could do good to just realize the gift that the SPY can be when other things are not performing. And so we know about that. The SPY did outstanding. All right, the market's closed. Folks, I think that's pretty much it. We've gone over everything today. We've gone over crypto. Combine this show with the previous one from earlier. This is ending the entire market day show. I appreciate you guys for being here. God bless you. We'll see you back here at 9 a.m. Do not miss tonight's show at MoneyMantics at 7 p.m. because it's going to be out of this world. It's really going to be a great experience. Much love to you guys. We'll see you soon.